quick heads up, when you get down to Rochester, there's a tank minus 16 transfer to load up in the ambulance.
Post me on your Facebook. What if we vlog with them?
Hey guys, AJ Town here live with the T-Storm Chasers out at the Empire Mall right now, where there is a report of a shooting incident that is currently going on. The mall has been placed on a lockdown situation. We are live here with you guys, following some information. They have multiple units staged. It looks like they have multiple ambulances that are staged on the south end of the lot. We do have multiple agencies here as well that we are seeing. You can see there's a fire crew that is currently on standby with this incident that is currently unfolding here at the Empire Mall. Crews are inside the mall, clearing the mall. Right now, what we do know, oops, give me just 1 second here. As we are bringing you guys the latest information here, here's what we do know at this time. It is 2 suspects that are outstanding. It is reports of multiple shots that have been fired inside the mall. We have talked to some bystanders that were coming out of the mall. There was people running to their vehicles. We did talk to a couple of them that did say they did hear some pops inside of the mall as well. You can see multiple agencies are here. This mall is currently on lockdown. They are pushing everybody out a different way and currently clearing the mall as well. Again, we are on scene here live with you guys as this event is unfolding. I am waiting on some more information to come through. I'm going to see if I can get my scanner up here as well. We can still hear the sirens of multiple agencies that are starting to show up as well. Again, we will be waiting for some updates here as well. You can see that there is the fire department staged down there. There's the fire department that is currently staged. Multiple ambulances on scene as well. As of right now, we've had no reports of victims. We are still waiting for a report of that aspect of it. We have talked to some people that are inside the store as well, inside of stores. We have called some friends that are inside of the stores and talked to them. They advise currently they are sheltered in place in a lockdown mode. So they do have that currently going. This place is locked down completely currently as we are investigating what is going on. Again, well over 4 dozen agent vehicles or police officers are here. Multiple agencies are here. It is unknown right now exactly where the shooting occurred inside of the mall. Right now, hey, the mall's on lockdown. Lockdown. Can't go in. There was a shooting.
Oh, okay. Es un tiroteo.
right now. We don't know much more information. I do have the scanner in my ear, so we are waiting to get some more clarification that way. There is a canine unit there as well. You just came out of the mall. Were you inside?
Yeah.
Did you hear it, or
I was there. I was walking. I think he's a teenager.
was he shot, or
No, he just took off running.
oh, fired it in the air, or what?
I wasn't see. I was sitting with my friend, but I seen he just took off running.
Hold on. All right, guys, we just talked to another bystander that walked out of here, that was inside, that was actually close to the shooter as well. So that they he said he heard 2 to 3 shots were fired. It did appear to be a juvenile, possible teenager, later teen, that was inside the mall that fired these shots. Right now is what we do know at this time is that at least two shots were fired inside the mall. He said that he didn't see anybody that was struck, but he was close to the shooting area and definitely heard what was going on inside of the mall. He wanted to stay off camera and everything with that, but we are right outside of the mall here right now, where there is South Dakota Highway Patrol, Minnehaha County, Sioux Falls PD, multiple agencies here, Sioux Falls Fire Rescue, Paramedics Plus. We have multiple agencies here. All the stores are currently on lockdown inside of the mall, shelter in place at this point in time. We don't know much more details. The gentleman I spoke with mentioned that the suspect took off running from the area as well. So it is possible that the suspect is not inside of the mall at this time, but is outstanding. Again, what we do know at this point in time, there was an active shooting situation inside of the mall. We do know at least one shooter was inside of the mall, did fire at least one shot, or at least 2 shots, possibly 3 shots. It is not believed at this time that there is anybody injured at this time, according to the bystander that we spoke with. The mall, again, is currently on lockdown, shelter in place. No one is allowed inside of the mall, outside of the mall. All the stores are on lockdown and not able to go anywhere or do anything. at this time. All right, guys, briefing just a little bit update here from speaking to some more people. Basically what we were told at this point in time is it is on the JCPenney side of things, closer to the JCPenney area. One of the persons we spoke with, his girlfriend works at JCPenney's, and that's where it was closer to that end of it. Is what we're being told at this time. All the times. We're gonna make our way down towards the JCPenney side of it. All right, we're making our way back down towards this way here to kind of see what we can see. Multiple agencies are here. We've seen Sioux Falls PD. We've had Minnehaha County, I believe, is here as well. South Dakota Highway Patrol as well. is all here. Well over, looks like there's multiple fire agencies here. Multiple ambulances are staged, and other units as well. It does appear that Sioux Falls PD is trying to lock down the area as well, trying to stop traffic from coming into the Sioux Falls or into the Empire Mall area at this time. You can see that people just up and left their strollers, left things here. From what I have been told is that people just up and left, just hurried up and got out of there. People were screaming, and everybody was just running as a madhouse. We're going to continue to make our way down this way, see if we can find anything. Look at this. This is the line of emergency personnel that are staged here and ready. It does get a little thinner of officers down in this neck of the woods. We'll continue to make our way down and see what we can do or find out here. It seems to be more focused down on the east end or west end of the mall, is where we're seeing most of that action. Give me just a minute here. I'm gonna go talk to some people. Alright, just talked to some people that were on the west end of it, and they didn't hear anything. Very, very active scene still. Officers are still walking around. We just saw that one carrying a high-powered rifle. go down and see if we can find more information down. If there's a sergeant, or again, multiple fire agencies, medics are all here. There's still people running out of the mall as they are starting to clear the stores. We'll continue to try to talk to some of these people as they are walking out. Let's see what we can find out. Again, units, it sounds like units are starting to clear the west end of the lot, or east end, I'm sorry, east end of the mall, allowing some of the patrons to start to head out from there. We'll see what we may jump in the vehicle and drive around just for a few minutes here to kind of see what we can find. See what we can figure out, but right now multiple units are on scene. We have well over 3 to 4 dozen officers that are on scene working this. The stores are still sheltered in place. They still have looks like the mall parking lot is shut down to inbound traffic. Well, we do have a fire unit that is currently leaving here. Let's see what he's going to. It looks like a medical emergency. At this point, I'm going to jump in my van and kind of sit and warm up a few. See if we can find a command post and get some more information. Give me just a few seconds here to kind of move things.
One, two, four. Good one.
All right, so what we do know at this point in time, possibly one shooter for sure. The gentleman that we were speaking with mentioned that the suspect, give me just one sec. All right, right now, again, we don't know much more information than what we have been told. It does look like some people are starting to walk out of the mall as well. All right, guys, we just interviewed another employee that was walking out. You can see that there was multiple families inside of this mall as well. From the brief debriefing that we were told by this employee, again, this is all going to be hearsay. Kind of what we are picking up on is that it was more on the rag stack, Children's Place, Macy's side of things, is kind of what we are hearing from that employee, is what we're being told, that they heard multiple shots, right around 6 shots with this one. They said that 3 shell casings were found inside of the mall as well. But she said it just sounded like a rapid fire, like somebody shaking a metal plate or a metal sheet of metal. Alright guys, just kind of giving you a little bit of a brief update. Unfortunately, we don't have much more to update. From what we have heard, again, about 6 shots were fired. According to one witness, at least 3 shell casings was found inside of the mall. We have not seen any ambulances leave as of right now. We haven't seen any ambulances leave here. In fact, a lot of the fire units have cleared, and police are still escorting patrons out of the mall that were in lockdown. All right, guys. We just talked to another employee that was inside of the mall. They just escorted them out. We stopped and talked with them, and she said she heard multiple shots. A lady was on the phone with her son, had it on speaker, and the son, she could hear the gunshots going off with that. She said at this time, they're still sheltering a lot of places, and as far as businesses, they're still sheltered in place. They are going business by business. Storm Chasers has a group page where people will post as well, and reading through some of the comments there, it did sound like a teenager with an active clip, or with a clip, extended clip, ringing out. So it's possible that the shooter is no longer inside right now. Now, this is all hearsay. This is not confirmed, but we are talking with employees as they are coming out of the mall, and talking to them and seeing what we can find out. Another one just walked out, so we'll give me just a minute here. Hey guys, AJ Town here, live back with the T Storm Chasers. We are getting some preliminary information and stuff like that. We have been asked to back down just a little bit, so we did go ahead and move back some. SWAT is starting to show up. Multiple SWAT units are starting to show up. Still a very, very active scene. Still a lot going on here, is what we are being told. SWAT is starting to do their call out, starting to show up. They are moving in position as well. Briefly, we've overheard some things as well. So we are still working to confirm some information and try to get what we can for you guys. Right now, what we do know is multiple shots were fired inside of the mall. At least 3 shell casings were found inside of the mall. We also do know that the mall is still on a very active lockdown type situation, where there are still some employees that are still in a stores and stuff like that, where units have to go through and clear everything as well. So that's what we do know at this time. We do know they are still looking for the shooter. It is possible that he is still in the mall. It is possible that he ran out. We've seen conflicting reports, and we are waiting on confirmation on some of this stuff as well. We are now reaching about the hour mark here with this situation, and we don't have any updates as of yet with this. We do have a T Storm Chasers Facebook group as well, and reading some of the comments in there, did sound like at least one gun with long clip on it, according to some of the posts that are there. We did speak again with multiple people that were coming out of the mall that were employees that chose to stay off camera, and did let us know that they were actively searching still the mall.
that area that know exactly who did this. And I would expect parents to be asking questions if your kids were at the mall tonight or anything of that. If they know of that, I would expect some cooperation in this regard. This is obviously an event and an act that we cannot tolerate, and we need people to provide information that they know. And again, if your kids were at the mall tonight, and ask them if they know anything and describe that, and then be sure to provide that to law enforcement. Again, reiterating, no one was injured. Shots were fired though, and there were shell casings found. We're working on a suspect description, and we'll be working diligently as our detectives are working this. And again, a large police response, including our patrol and special operations, which will be SWAT and the CNU. We'll continue to work through the night. This is going to take time. We know we study cases in other areas that have had similar events, and to clear a structure this size slowly and diligently will just take time, and that's something that we need to work on. Again, another point probably, just before you ask, I will take some questions, obviously limited about what I can say. This doesn't appear to be a coordinated attack on the mall. This is an isolated event at this point from what we're getting of a juvenile potentially making a decision with a firearm. It's something that we've kind of talked about the issues, but we'll again wait till we get more facts before we make any declarative statements on that. And again, that will come in the future, as obviously we'll be quite busy tonight with just the procedure of what we have in front of us. So I'll take some questions, answer what I can, as I imagine you have some.
Is there still an ongoing search of the mall at this time?
So this will take hours. Again, the immediate search is pretty quick. We have some pretty good information about where people fled and where they ran after the event. But in this event, you have people that kind of hunker down. They, like drills we practice at every stage in society now, they'll lock, shelter in place, and we just want to make sure we slowly and diligently clear them all. And that's where you see the SWAT team. It's not that they're responding to what they know as an active shooter, but they train for this, and they will slowly and diligently clear them all.
How would you grade the threat level to the public?
At this point, there's no ongoing threat to the public at the mall itself, right? But the individual, obviously, who engaged in this, we need to find them, hold them accountable, ask some questions to what led up to this. But like I said, this appears to be some sort of dispute or beef that originated or occurred there. I'm not going to make anything declarative at this point. We're still interviewing witnesses and people that saw stuff. But like I said, I think we'll find answers sooner than later on that regard.
Any surveillance video?
Yep, there's cameras throughout the mall, and we're actively going through that. And it would surprise me if we're getting information as we speak in that regard.
So about the description, you have a general description of 13 and 17-year-old.
I have a better description, but I am not going to provide it at this time because I want to be 100% sure of that more descriptive, if you get my drift. I don't want to put out bad information. We have the information we need to kind of work through that. People who know something, they know who it was if they were there, and they're able to provide us that without. I just don't want to make anything that's going to be categorically wrong. Sure. I'm fairly confident from what initial reporting parties said that I can give you that age range.
Okay. But as far as the suspect with that description, do you think you're working with right now like a suspect already in mind, or a list of suspects? Or
I think at this point, from what we're working through, we have a suspect in mind that we're looking for. So,
is there any indication this involved multiple people, or indications that it is one person?
So again, preliminary, but the preliminary report says that it was individual, right? I'm not going to promise you anything, obviously, as we've seen with investigations, especially in chaotic situations. We'll get better information, we'll get surveillance footage, we'll get better witnesses as this develops. And so there was a report, and the report we have is of one person at this point. But again, things could be changing at the moment as I stand out here. So,
Can you mention how many shots were fired?
I can say at this point the reports that we have are 2 to 3, right? And we did locate some shell casings, so we can confirm that happened.
Earlier you talked about sort of this being a thing, and it seems like something with juveniles. How often are you called out here to respond for cases?
So it's a well-documented thing throughout the country, including different procedures that malls have had to take for unaccompanied juveniles and some of the issues that have occurred at malls. Again, can't say for sure, but this is the reports that we're getting right now that this was juvenile related. So again, it's been talked about. We've even talked with mall security and mall administration. We have a great relationship with them to talk about some of the issues, and and just different issues that we're seeing out there. So again, we'll monitor this situation and work closely with the mall. Again, great partners, and working through different issues to make sure. And I would say this weekend too. We'll make sure that things are safe and secure, and that we ensure the safety of the public. Again, people are going to make isolated acts, but we will continue to be diligent in our control of the area and making sure that we make sure things are safe.
So COVID.
I would assume this will go on through the night as we slowly do this, and they will make a decision. I can't make a declarative statement, but I'm going to say that I'm guessing yes, but I don't know that for sure. We'll have to reach out to Simon or administration to make sure.
Busy time of the year
Yep. Yeah.
for the mall, and you guys will have extra units out here, or
We'll make sure that we take the information that's there, make sure that we provide the necessary coverage that needs to be there. And again, we want people to feel safe and secure in this town. Obviously, this is an event that will gain some attention, and we'll make sure our response is appropriate to make sure people understand, that we are doing this. And also, too, if we had an active or a specific threat or knowledge of a specific threat towards this location, we would obviously have a response that would be appropriate to that. But again, we're not looking at something that was a coordinated attack on a mall or anything of that nature. This appears to be information we have that people were shopping who were involved before this, and somehow this turned into an event, and we'll have more information as that develops. Anything else? Nope. Again, as I arrived on scene, stores were still on lockdown. The stores and the staff there were doing their best to follow and their training that we worked on. And even for me, back as an officer, we were conducting active shooter training out at this location, right? And so this is something we've talked about, we've trained for. It's obviously going to be a little bit chaotic, and this size scene is obviously chewing up a lot of our resources, as you can imagine. We have a lot of cops out here, and so response times may be a little bit different for some lower priority stuff, and we'll continue to work and triage through the situation as it develops.
so
I would say, go ahead.
kind of following up off of that, do you guys call in extra officers
Yep.
to
We'll hold people over. Like, one of the big force multipliers is that we can call in SWAT and K9 to take over this, and then start returning patrol officers back to their regular functions. So we start to do that. We've had great help from Minnehaha County Sheriff's Office, Highway Patrol tonight, some other law enforcement agencies. We reach out, we coordinate, we network. Some deputies came in to help us in Highway Patrol, and we'll all work together as we do very well in this part of the country. Law enforcement, we take care of each other, we work together, and we get the job done. All right. There will be no other statements from police tonight, and we will have more for you in the future as more develops. So thank you.
Thank you. I was watching, so we were training the